Hey guys, it's Avi's mommy, and I am doing laundry. Um, I haven't been posting or uploading for about a week now. I've had a cold, and it's just finally leaving my body. This is moisturizer, it's not sweat, although I am sweating. I finally broke this cold and this fever, so my body is like releasing all the grossness. Um, that's enough of me. But I wanted to talk to you guys because we had our meeting with the teacher or with the therapist on Friday, and we just had so many good things to talk about. Now, I know there's a lot of naysayers out there when it comes to like ABA and that it's not beneficial and it's actually harmful. And I mentioned in my first video that I did my research and I looked for, accredited ABA facilities. And I wanted to make sure that these places were going to be doing the due diligence to help Tommy, you know, learn and develop new skills, because at the end of the day we wanted him to be self-sufficient. My husband and I, we're not going to last forever, but if something were to happen, we want to make sure that he can address people and make conversation or communicate in some way. If he's gonna continue to be nonverbal, we want him to be able to dress himself and be potty trained at some point. These are all very important factors to us and for him. So Friday came and went, and at the meeting with the therapist, it was two of them. They were just so excited to give us these updates, because according to her and by her words, there's not a task that they've given Tommy or Avi that he hasn't like accomplished and like gold stars. Mind you, he's only been going for about a month, like a full 4 weeks at this point. So he's thriving right now. His language is developing. He's saying more words. He's making a lot more eye contact. He's learning, how to communicate what he wants. We kind of are helping and learning with the facility. So they are using this really great system with some of his favorite things, like what he's eating on a usual basis when I send him his snack box or his lunch box. So they made these little squares with a printed image of like raspberries, pretzels, pancakes, his favorite character, Anna, Elsa, Olaf, his toys, the helicopter, the plane, the trucks, whatever. So they made these little individual laminated cards, and they put Velcro on the back of the board. So in order for him to do the task that he wants to do, he has to be able to like look, take it off, and like identify like, this is what I want to do. And so we did it here, and we got this whiteboard off of Amazon. I had my husband print out a bunch of images of things that we usually give him. Like he likes fish sticks, pancakes, pretzels, raspberries, Cheerios, strawberries. What else is on there? Anna, Elsa, chip and potato, like the whole blippies on there, the whole array of like his faves. And I laminated them here a la ghetto with some clear tape, because your girl's not going to spend money on a laminating machine. But yeah, so we did that, and he's loving it. In the afternoon when I pick him up from school and I bring him home, right away he goes to his board and he's playing with it. We get home at about 3:15. By 4 o'clock, I know he's ready for dinner. So I will go to the board and we'll talk. He has an image for his rice with chicken, fish sticks. There's his snack options. So I ask him, I give him an option and I say, what do you want? I show him on the board, what do you want? And he'll tell me which one he wants. So communication is going great. He's learning new words. He says apples. He's eating apples, which huge, because I mentioned this. A lot of children with autism, ASD, sensory issues also experience food sensory issues. And one of those food sensory issues is not so much textural, but it's also auditory. So it was the sound of the crunch that would bother him before. Like for grapes, it's the texture. Like I get it. Like grapes are like ugh, off-putting. But for the apples, it was the crunch. Like the same thing with the cucumbers, the celery, and the carrots. So recently he started saying apple, apple. What, you want apples? So we went to the grocery store. He picked up an apple and he tried eating it on his own. Of course, the skin's gonna bother him. So we brought some home. I peel them and I feed it to him, and he's eating apples now. Big win, incredible, right? Right. What else he's saying? Bubble, bubble. He's saying ball, ball. Now he's 3 years old. He's gonna be 4 in October, and this is big because he's never, ever. I mean, maybe when he was a year old, he said, good, it's good. But then he had regressive language. So now with these new language developments, with this new vocabulary that he's getting, it's just like the stars have aligned and we're making progress. And I'm just really, really excited for him, because with little bit of language development can make bigger steps, and we can make bigger headways with him, because it's going to start to pick up speed, because he's practicing there, he's practicing at school, and then he's practicing here at home with us. And we try not to overdo it. Weekends are for fun. He went bike riding this weekend with his dad. He loved it. He just got to play outside in our little garage that we rented. So he's just doing so well. With the good comes the bad, though, because children with ASD, autism, sensory babies, there's regression. Sometimes you do experience some where they advance in some things, they regress in others. Repetitive behavior. Behavior is something that we experience a lot of, and I'll mash in some clips here. And so repetitive behavior is where you see them lining things up, or they want to do one thing over and over and over again, and it just becomes like a part of like a 10-minute loop of things that they're doing. So I've noticed an increase in repetitive behavior. You saw the clip of him putting the hats on me and then taking them off, or making me put my glasses on and then the hats and then take everything off and then start it all over again. We can sit there and do that for like 10 minutes. Lining up his cars, that's a repetitive behavior. Him wanting to throw all of his toys down his slide in his room, that's repetitive behavior. Him climbing up the slide into his bed, over the bed, into the race car, down, and then over and over and over again. That's another repetitive behavior. So I've seen a little bit of an increase in that, and that could just be his way of stimming right now, because repetitive behavior is a stim. Stimulation, something that helps relax them, to calm them down, to ease their nerves. So that could be it. But I don't mind it, because the stimming is going to happen. We do it. We don't realize that we're doing it, but sitting there clicking a pen is a stim. Biting your nails is a stim. Playing with your hair, the hair twirlers, I do it sometimes. That's a stim. Picking at your cuticles is a stim. Picking at your eyebrows. All of these small little things, these little quirks that you've done your whole life, stimming. So for him, his stims are bigger. And they're more like obvious, like, oh gosh, again, all the cars are in my kitchen. Again, all the cars are on my dining table, and they're all lined up in this really beautiful circle with the big trucks in the middle. That's his stim. That's his way of decompressing. So we're making great progress, and he's doing a lot more stimming, but that's okay, because that's his way of letting go at the end of the day. He was a little sick this week. He had a bit of a cough. I feel like he's feeling a little bit better, some ear drainage, but excitingly, we are going to Disney and Disney World. We're going to go spend some time with my brothers and my stepmom and her sister and some kids. My stepmom's sister, so my Aunt Melissa, she has twin grandbabies. So we're going to go spend a weekend out at Disney in Florida, and Tommy's gonna get to meet Anna and Elsa hopefully in person. So I'm super excited for that because his new favorite movie to watch is Frozen 2. He probably watches it twice a day, while I'm cooking dinner or at the end of the day before he goes to bed. Now, he sings. He doesn't sing well, but he sings and he puts his little heart and soul into it, in the best way possible. You know, he knows the songs, he knows the tunes. He'll sit there and ha na na hey ya na. It's freaking adorable. I love to see him happy, and see things that make him happy. We've tried to turn him onto other movies like Cars and Planes and what is the other one? Lion King, Aladdin, Tarzan. He watched Moana for a while. He was really into Nightmare Before Christmas for a long period. Frozen 1, that's where he got started, and now Frozen 2, so we're sticking with that for a while. So we're really excited to get him to meet Anna and Elsa and Olaf at Disney. What else is going on? Because I feel like it's been a really long time since I've done a video update. I filmed some footage of some chicken that I made, and I still have to edit and upload it, so bear with me. I this is the first time I'm logging into my laptop and it's not even charged, so I'm filming off my iPhone. So I'll be editing and uploading soon. If you're not following us on TikTok, I usually just post daily videos. We have our Instagram where I also try and post regularly. Our website, aviandmommy.com. Check them all out. I know a lot of you haven't seen my video on monetization, but monetization is based off of views. So share, like, subscribe. It's so annoying, and I'm sure you're tired of hearing me say this, but it makes a huge impact on like the amount of views that we get. And the algorithms aren't always the best because algorithms are based off of music popularity at the moment and hashtags. Now I'm trying my best with the hashtags because I don't want to include hashtags that are irrelevant. And the music, I don't like to do music overlap on what we're doing because the pitch of the music kind of throws off from the language. I'm gonna try and figure out a layering system, but just word of mouth for me is good enough. I'm trying to do this organically, and I mentioned that in my video about the algorithms, but I'm trying to do this organically, and you know, I don't want to have to buy subscribers or buy followers because I feel like it's a waste of money. I want people who are going to watch this and be genuinely invested in this. I know a lot of people out there have kids with autism and ASD and sensory issues, and I want to get feedback, and I want to talk to you all, and I want to hopefully have a conversation, you know, even if it's like a half and half screen and we can record that, of parents with children with autism and ASD. I want to have my sister on this conversation one of these days. She's got 2 kids, and we have one of hers is definitely ASD diagnosed, and the other one she has her suspicions. But I want to talk to her, and so you all can see a different side of the spectrum, because whereas my kid is more mellow, non-verbal, and like he's just actively playing and not like he doesn't associate, hers is less mellow. He had some aggressive tendencies when he was younger. He's overcome a lot since he started school, but he has developed a lot of language, and he communicates so well now. So I want to talk to her, and we can talk about the steps that she's gone through, because she does a lot more. She's got her hands full, but she's had him in therapy. He was born with also some genetic issues with his leg and his foot. So she had a lot more to deal with from birth till now. So I want to get her on here and talk to her about her path and where the next step is for her with my nephews. What else? Okay, so I have a question, and I don't know if I'm just being a hypochondriac, but I noticed on Thursday or Friday, I was changing Tommy into our Avi into his pajamas, and I smelled his little armpits, his little baby armpits. But he's got stinky armpits. Like he's got like grown man BO. And for me, I'm like, that's not normal because usually kids don't develop BO till they're like 13, 14 when they hit puberty. He's always had body hair since birth. But am I being a hypochondriac by assuming that maybe he has a pituitary issue as well? I need to know, like, ask your friends if you have friends that are pediatricians. I don't want to take him to a pediatrician right now about this. I want to wait till his next appointment. But does anybody know anything about pituitary development in autistic kids? And, like, if they hormonally advance sooner? Because the body hair is like, your girl's hairy, her husband's hairy, so that is understandable. But it's the BO, that's what concerns me. And I know it's such a strange thing to be concerned about, but he's 3 years old and his armpits smell like onions. Like, that's, I don't think that's natural for a 3-year-old. I'm this close to getting him like a little natural deodorant. That's terrible. I'm not going to, obviously. He's naturally a wonderful child and he always smells good. I love to smell his stinky little feet after school. But somebody fill me in, let me know what you think, or if you have friends that are pediatricians, or if any pediatricians watch this, feel free to leave a comment. Comment, like, subscribe. I gotta get ready to go pick up the kiddo from therapy and then drop him off at school. I'm gonna hopefully film some content after that. I think we're good. I'll talk to you guys soon.